Hey guys, this is Kurop speaking, and today we are back in automation with the Ellisbury update and our Kei Car playthrough in Gasmea, pure Gasmean muscle. Continuing right here with the end game, we have arrived right there. I'm today finishing off all the episodes that are remaining. First one down, and 2 more to go or something. Oh, I don't know. We shall see. But anyway, we have just started the design of a new premier sports car. Well, light sports car, that is. 200, what was it? 250 something horsepower, 55. And it's doing pretty well with its, 800 kilos? That's a good power to weight ratio. But we've already designed the bunny and the hummingbird. Those are the replacements for the nugget, as well as the booby. And now we are going to more sporty things with this one. Still needs a name, but it already has a track time. An impressive one at that. 210. When it comes to random names, that's a pretty neat one for this. The Buttercup. It will melt, but I'm going to change this later. But yeah, it can stand for now. It's a little funny. Anyway, we have to take another look here. And then what I want to do is check out the competition. Well, at least in countries where this one doesn't fail the safety standards. Now remember, that was the big thing with this one. Can we? We might have another way around it. You know what? This is quite lightweight. 807 kilos. Let's see what changing to the standard advanced high-strength steel does. And it is very good. Okay, I take that. I do take that, because now it is safe. Now, it's a good thing I checked, right? You probably already have written in the comments of the video that has not been yet posted that I'm stupid to not try that out, but now I did. So there you go. Oh, just to check for the hypercar. Oh, that's even safer. Yeah, that's good. And then we can optimize the weight down a little bit more. Yes, something like this. Still 47. And that also means that we can drop this by 1 if we wanted to. Yeah, that does the trick. Everyone loves it. Even the hypercar demographic is like, wow, holy shit, this is pretty good. It is, however, based on the aluminium billet engine. That is going to cost a lot of man hours to create. So not very high production volume there. Also, it ought to have a requirement for CNC, but I don't think it does have that. I should probably make a note about that if I haven't already. It is a clear upgrade to the Electron. Thus, we shall call it the Muon. And just hope it won't spontaneously decay. That would be bad. Anyway, we have the Sport ready, and now we make the convertible. A hardtop convertible? Yeah, it's probably slightly safer. So let's go with this one. And we need to choose automatic hardtop. We have 0. Ooh, okay, well, 0 familiarity with this one. So maybe, actually, we should be going for the soft top and see if that does well too in terms of safety. And then choose that one, because we do have a decent amount there, 30%. Oh, that's just about... Holy, that was close, okay. But it's close and a cigar. So now they're just whinging about price perception because this is too dirt cheap. Well, I can fix that. They are complaining a little bit about low reliability, but that is going to get fixed. So, well, let's have a look here. We did upgrade this reliability with amping up the quality of the direct injection. That's solid. So now, what else do we need to do? I've retuned this one. Yeah, still sporty. Could go a little softer on the springs just to get some more comfort in there. And 1 step in the dampers. That's a better compromise, I believe. Oh yes, looking good. Do we want to make any other version of this? I could try to make a mega lightweight version, but that's already kinda not possible because we went for the advanced high strength steel, the heavy version of it. And also the panels aren't carbon fiber and whatnot. But I think we are going to make a proper race version in the hypercar, for the hypercar instead. But now we do have this little issue. The suspension is taking a lot of time. But overall, I think this is a decent split. So we do have to get this down a little. And it's mostly going to do with tooling. Don't have to have that perfect. The reliability is a bit shit. Ah, yes, all the funding. All the funding does the trick. Ooh, the Ultramax can be amped up so much. That will lead to a way better reliability there too. In total, that is. So, let's see, what else can we do? There. Yep, one step too far. Yep, that's perfect. That's 5 years. Now, the Ultramax. Ah, yes, the sliders aren't looking all too pretty at the moment. And that is what we have 60 months to fix. Well, first let's try it like this. 32. Process. Oh, wait a sec. Process. We have to especially watch the production units because they are massive. So we leave the process as is and then up the tooling to reduce those. And we are at way too much. Whoops. Can up the... Yeah, we can just waste money as we want, but probably don't want to do that anyway. So a little bit more pressure, but not too much. And just nudge this one down one step, and we are at 60. Making the engines in just one factory. Not a large one. Or large plot, medium 3. I think I'm going to change this to become a large factory. And that's mostly because this engine isn't as simple to produce anymore. Ah, there we do need a CNC workshop. And it does get the no mass production flag. That reduces efficiency significantly. So see there, down to 80%. And maybe it is better to stay with a medium factory, because medium factories do have a lower base automation level they are happy at. You see there, 58%. For the large factory, that's higher. For a large 3, that is 68%, where they're the happiest. And the production flags naturally lower that even more. And you end up in a situation where you're throwing lots of effort at a big wall and nothing sticks. Wow, okay. These are numbers that you usually only see for outsourced engines. 5,000 in labor and material. That is massive. Yeah, but 107. That's usually the amount of time that it takes to build a car. And we just make our engine in that time. But, well, it is a high-end engine. It's just very small. So how many are we going to make? That's not that much. Below 2,000 a month? Ooh. Let's first check out how that pans out with our factories. We only have this one, so we might have to upgrade. Okay. That's set up. Now, for the cars. Oh, it's also just a medium 3, yeah, okay. No, do we need steel presses? Still do need steel presses, right? Let's see, we do need steel presses and aluminum presses, yep. But no more injectors. Those are gone. And no more galvanization plant. That's gone. Yeah, you can see the engine billet effect right there. This is not looking healthy. Whoops. You kind of need... oh, the throughput is less than half. Whoa, car materials. 15,000. Ouch. Now, the car itself also has 220 production units. Yes, that is a lot. Definitely can't sell this one for all too cheap. And that means I need to go back to the engine factory and see what happens if I smash this one up. We didn't have another one, right? No. No, there's contract factory. This one is also defunct. And I think I'm going to change this one to a... just for vanity's sake. Let's see. Oh. Is that a perfect match? It is! It is right on the line with a large 3. Wow. Reduction in material costs. Yes, I like that. Let's put that add-on on. And then a... quality assurance? Can't fit that on, sorry. Iron Foundry. Do we also need that? No, we don't. Not anymore. So we can get this one refunded. And if we still need to make QA work somehow, then we can put that one on. Do we? Yes. Yeah, it doesn't look too good. So, just in summary, pro tip. Don't. Just don't. Don't choose the billet aluminium block and expect it to make anything but good power and cost you a fortune. So that's better though. Now we do have doubled the capacity, and this is an L3 on an L. And we have taken the L in terms of costs. They are certainly not going to complain about low costs anymore after this. Let's see if we are making any kind of profits here. Probably not. If we turn this one on. Toggle factory. No, it doesn't update this. Didn't we have any costs? Tooling only, yes. No, we are upgrading the factory, so this shouldn't be zero, I guess. 130,000 cars, 1.5 billion. So this is really not making our money back. I don't think so. Building that large factory and all the add-ons is basically 1.5 billion, isn't it? 2 billion project costs. Yes, even worse. We take it. But first things first, we need to check if this is an actual WES 11. Yes, it is. Okay, good. Right. Then I think you know what's next. We need to make or start working on a little car that is going to be even more powerful. Like a really high-end one. With a dedicated factory. Building it in pristine quality. Let's see what we can make out of such a premise. This is what we are aiming for. And of course we can't go all too large. Why do we have 1940s cars here? This one is absolutely tiny. I think I want to make a prototype version first. I know that's not quite possible at the moment. But we don't have to actually sell it, right? We can just stop the pre-orders on the first month so that we never get any. And then facelift it afterwards and make improvements, and that one we sell. And in the meantime, this one actually acts as a, let's say, attention widening car, like a Halo car, that no one has, but everyone is eyeing it because it's so awesome. So we take that one, and such a weird shape. Like, do the wheels even touch the ground? And here we're going all out, and that's why I want to start making it early. And yes, I did see that the body quality will have to be very limited for this very first version, but then once we make the facelift after a minimum of 5 years of engineering, then we will have this one quite a bit closer to where it's supposed to be. So we are going to go for monocoque and full carbon fiber. We have no idea how to make such a car, but that doesn't matter. I think the engine would fit rear longitudinal. That would be interesting, but mid does have the best driving behavior. Although it's so lightweight, it's going to be so lightweight that it doesn't really matter. Yeah, let's take it mid. It's fine. Okay, then of course solid axle coil. What? Doesn't... Ah, there you go. You would have to go a little higher to make the wheels come out of the wheel arches. But yes, this is quite a good look. Now please go down again. Oh no, we have to see it for the rest of the time remaining here. Are we going to double wishbone or push rod? I think we're going push rod. Like really all out. But is this just a waste of time? Because this one is faster. Quite a bit so. And we already have so much engineering time on these. Yeah, let's go. Let's go double wishbone. The advantages of... it's lighter though. Okay, we go all out. The problem here is though... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That's a lot. We done 4% familiarity. That's bad. So can't go super high on the chassis quality then. Let's do it +5. Just material cost is 10k. Just for the chassis. Alright, Ultramax it is, but we do want to clone the Prototype 2R? Yes, and make it into the PV1R. Yes. I'd rather do the editing right in the engine designer for this one. To not confuse anything with facelifts. So we do have that one there, because I do need to tick this one on, so that it takes the old knowledge and projects it forward. And now we do have the PV1. PV1R. Let's see how we can upgrade it. Whoa, okay, that's it does have a lot of power. Holy shit. That's good. Oh, so close to the 300. So close to it. I guess we could... Nah, 100 fuel is a little much. What we could do is... come on, there you go. It's a bit extreme. Oh, some more compression does help too. Oh, that was too much. Well, not really too much, but it means we do have, especially with this setting, some problems there. Actually lowering power. Yeah, we can get it anyway. 300 horsepower. Whew. Okay, just up the header size a little. I mean, this is a fantastic engine. Doesn't want to spool, but that's a different story. It's at around 5,600. You're at full spool. Very shortly thereafter. Now we have to check the engineering so that I don't have anything messed up. It is a little worse. Slight adjustments, and this should be good. Now it is lined up with the Mjorn. Oh, and the factory needs to build this one too. Well, it already does. Okay, that's cool. So now we have to give this one its new engine. The Ultramax PV1R. And as you can see, gentleman's agreement. You thought I would be following the gentleman's agreement. Not with this car. But what do we want to do for this car? Is it capable of just running rear wheel drive? Say that a few thousand times. And I think it might be because of the weight distribution. But let's see. Otherwise we go on demand. Of course have it all the time on the rear. And then on demand it goes to the front as well. That would work. I would love to go sequential for this. But that completely destroys everything. And we do need to go manual. Just manual or sequential are the only choices because the power density of this thing is so damn high. But the manual is probably the better choice here. Even though it's not going to allow us to get those super rapid acceleration times. On the other hand, the engine isn't really allowing us to because it doesn't spool before 5,700 RPM. We're going to try and help this one out with an electric limited slip diff. And with the whole tab here being quite cheap, apart from the electric, I think we are going to go full quality on this one. Oh, reminding me of full quality. We have... what? Tech pool used for unlocks. None. Okay. Well, if that is the case... Ah, right, yes. I think that was... we talked about that at some point. And this is the only option where the mechanic is not quite there, because it's like a design. The design shouldn't limit what quality in terms of craftsmanship you put in. So, yeah. In this case, at least. It's just about body shapes and not about any manufacturing quality. So this one has still full allowance for quality. And we put this one on sports compound as well, but go pretty wide. Yeah, that is pretty wide. There is 30s in the rear. Whew. 2 25s in the front, might be too much even. And magnesium wheels, and pop these out a bit so that it doesn't look all that stupid. Vented disc brakes. Do we want to? These are lighter. Don't really need the brake force. So it's vented discs it is, and they can be very large. That's good, but they need to be... Oh, that's another big advantage here of being longitudinal mid. That the weight balance means being more rear heavy, that you under weight distribution or redistribution, rather, weight transfer to the front during braking, you get closer to 50-50, so you need equal sized brakes. Not all brake fade is reliant on one side of the car to be really good at braking and dissipating heat. Yeah, let's try something like this. This is not going to require lots of brake force, I don't think. Or maybe something like 70-50 at these sizes. We shall see. And go to 55 or 60 pad. 60 pad. +1 quality, maybe +2. And then the question is, do we want to go fast? Or do we want to go sporty? Race diffuser. Flow optimized would be really fast. This weighs 20 kilos. This one 23. I mean, this would make sense for the car to be actually fast around the track. But then again, I believe that it's probably better to keep that to the race version of this car. So this is the normal version of it. This is just the normal toy version, and then we are going to make the proper racetrack toy version. Go +5. That is a lot of engineering time. Ooh, this is an interesting choice, and I think I know what I'm going to do. It's not race, because race is race. No comfort whatsoever. But what we are going to do is keep this as sports interior, not handmade. Because as you see, handmade is 86 kilos. That's too much. And for sat-nav, I think we're going to go with the luxury option. It is 6 kilos heavier. And this one definitely needs manual steering. Proper race car-esque. And electronic stability control for those who want to switch it on. I do wonder if we can pass safety standards with just standard safety. Because that has plenty of familiarity. And it weighs nothing. Even if we go to... We can go to +3 quality because its base engineering time is so much lower. It does have a 3.6 years ahead of time penalty. Oh, this bodes well. Look at the number up there. Car weight, 650 kilos. Yes. But first, some suspension. Do we want to put on here an active sport suspension with semi-active dampers? Yes. 667. Can we make this slightly lighter to get to a better number? Well, yeah, we can. There you go. This one's pretty close. Okay, we need to lower the car. There's plenty of suspension travel. Now they are actually within the wheel arches, instead of being slightly awkwardly placed to the bottom there. And now we can have the second run through. Just see. What do we need? Oh, 350, not enough. Let's see how fast this thing would go. It's so small. So 381 from just 300 horsepower. And that's with, what was sports under tray? Did we take the sports under tray? Yeah. I certainly don't want to go that fast. And okay, that's a very special hypercar. 4.4 liters per 100 kilometers. That's interesting. Another thing that comes to mind, I should at some point make a mega fuel economy run where no car is allowed to have more than 4 liters fuel economy or something like this. I don't even know if it's possible at the start. But something around that theme would be quite fun, I believe. Anyway, we do have pretty shitty amounts of drivability and sportiness. That is very likely due to very poor optimization. Let's check our traction. Okay. Our traction is not the best. So let's go with all-wheel drive on demand. That makes things better. Or we could go with advanced. That makes things better. And then we could go with power split rear. That makes things better. But also quite a bit heavier. That's the downside of it. These still don't have any weights attached to them, so all the all-wheel drive systems are the same at the moment. That's something that we need to sort out for the Rilma update. But yes, this is looking way more potent, that's for sure. Now we need to engage in some stats squeezing. Where do we have easy wins? Probably here. Oh yeah, terminal oversteer is certainly one of them. Doubly terminally oversteering is 10% of drivability right there. That means front tires need to become smaller. And we have, oh shit, we do have severe brake fade. That's not good. Yeah, it needs the full size. Needs 350s. And minimum front force. It's rare that you see that. It's so much brake we need for so little power. But this is looking like it's way better optimized than before. Now, next is terminally oversteering bullshit here. That's not great. Yeah, we can still get below 700 kilos. See there? 699. Oh, and we can get rid of some more weight by just reducing sway bar stiffness. Who needs sway bars anyway? I mean, if you're lying that close to the road, there is no roll because your car is physically going to stop it anyway, scraping along. Yeah, this being the sports version, I think this is a decent setup. Probably can go a little softer here. Some extra comfort. Good chunk of comfort even. That roll angle is not optimal, but can up it slightly. Gives us more weight redistribution in the corners and thus better cornering. Well, better is relative. It depends what you want. It's more grip, but slightly less controllable. So there we have this. Now we need to turn those around. Do we want to do this with aerodynamics? Let's try to put this at minus 2.5. Still somewhat reasonable. Yeah, it turns this one around. This one is close. Yeah, there. Okay. Minus 2.8 being the sweet spot. I can still accept that. That's ridiculously high. But, I mean, people who are buying this are ridiculous. So it's a perfect match. And everyone is complaining about the low reliability. I love it. Yes. That is something that we need to figure out in engineering. No worries. Oh, wow. The car's reasonably well balanced, you see. It's just 44.4% rear. Front, I mean. And rear the rest. So it's quite reasonable. Because everything is so lightweight. The engine too. How much does the engine weigh? One sec. 71 kilograms, producing 300 horsepower. We are slightly over torque, but the ratio range is perfectly viable. Below 3 seconds, 0 to 100. And just making sure that the shifting is good. If we shift at the end of first gear, we are still on boost there. Yes, perfect. Material costs being ridiculous is quite the norm, but let's see how much difference it makes. 32,000 versus... okay, it's another 2,600. Yeah, that's fine. It's 10% extra. Oh, yeah, and we can see the sportiness and prestige numbers are going up for that extra. I think that's probably worth it for a car this extreme. Yeah, if you choose the demographic that has this budget, then only this demographic will even consider it. What can we do here? Well, that's pretty simple. Can we sell this for... definitely for 100k. For 80k, probably? Yeah, there are a few buyers. Muscle Premium. Best match ever. 1.1 Gs in the corners is also fine. I think the overall setup of this is pretty solid now. Are there any big hang-ups though? Drivability, yes. Tires, of course, they are very sporty and not fit for purpose for anything but that. So could make it worse even if you wanted to, but that is not great. How much more grip do we get? We do get... Oh wow, okay. That's a big difference. And if we get rid of this terminal oversteer, let me just try that out. There we are good. So how much better is this, or worse? So this is the extreme. I'm going to hold the car here and then compare to sports tires properly optimized. Yeah, there you have the difference. So basically it is probably better for the normal version to have this. Especially for the off-road. And for the fuel economy. But yeah, it's probably for the better. Yeah, and then the race version we put semi-slicks on, of course. So give them a bit of separation in the trims. But now, the thing that we have been waiting for. How quick is this thing around the track? Let's check it out. Slightly louder engine. And out of the corner. It's still a slowish car. But the acceleration, the nimbleness is amazing. 204. That's respectable. Like a 204 on the automation test track with just 300 horsepower and 660 cc. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. And also, very desirable. As we are already talking about elementary particles, I think this is probably a good one to go for, the positron. And it will definitely annihilate against anything it hits at 380 kilometers an hour. And this is the super trim, I assume. Yes, let's change this one to be super. It's just as high rated as the hypercar, but the price perception penalty is less of a concern. And now we want to make the race version of this one. I'm not sure if we can make it all that much faster than what this one is. Or you know what? We could just put the other engine in here if we wanted to. The S version into this one, making it more reliable as well. And then for the nuts that want to go even faster, they can get the race version. But let's see what difference that does make. Existing engine, we take the S. And... Oh. Oh. Higher sportiness. Higher comfort. Yes, makes sense. Okay, safety, doesn't matter. Reliability, way higher. Of course. And it is lighter too, because it has less power. I assume the balance of the car is still good. Yeah, it looks solid. And this too, a little bit more that we can do. Maybe one more tick. No, it was perfect. Okay, we leave it at that. And this seems to be a good compromise. I mean, even more sporty. And how fast is this one around the test track then? Oh, it's minimally slower than before. Oh, was it? No. Was it 4? Yeah, I think it was 4.7 or something before. Anyway, this is rapid still, just as rapid as the other one. So if we were to redesign this one to be proper race, how much faster would it be? 300 horsepower instead of the... how much was this? 255! A measly 255 horsepower. How pitiful. Yes. If we can't make the engine more powerful, the only thing that we really can do is make the car lighter and have less power loss, I guess. This is targeted at track premium. We go for sequential gearbox. Oh, this actually makes it worse for sportiness too? Ever so slightly. But then shift times should be better. Yeah. We just shaved 0.4 seconds off the 0 to 100 run. That included just one shift. With, yeah, just using sequential. But comfort being so shit and no one wants to buy it. I mean, this does look better, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, we're going with this one. And should we have the premium diff in here as well? I don't think we have those differences implemented yet. With clutch action and not for the... it is implemented in terms of calculations for grip, but I don't think in terms of friction. Anyway, let's keep it as constant as possible here. Is this one actually stealing anything else? Ah, okay. Well, we can leave everything the same. There's nothing we can do. Semi-slick tires. That should make a nice difference. And we can probably go for wider wheels. Aerodynamics-wise, we go for the race diffuser. And probably a +5 quality on the tires. That does make sense for a car like this. We're at 1.24 Gs. That's now becoming proper damn fast. Does require some more pad. And we are now at 0 brake fade. Oh yeah, that's proper performance. The high-speed cornering Gs, it pulls above the slow-speed cornering. And now for suspension setup and stuff in here. Do we want to go for the race here, which is basically just a sandbox option? It's not meant to be used in campaign, because that you just don't. I mean, which cars from factory come with a roll cage? That is very rare for very good reason. It is slightly lighter, but it destroys comfort so massively. How much comfort do they want? 1.7%. Okay, it's not that bad. But it also destroys prestige, and that is not nice. 28 kilos versus 14, so 14 kilos weight savings. That's a good amount. But also, can we go with 1? We can. And that makes it lighter. That's worth it. Yes. And luxury sat-nav, 8.7 kilos. Yeah, I guess. Why not? Maybe a premium suffices. Nah, we do want to have the prestige. So this is good. I take that. And manual, yes. Electronic stability control, very much switchable in different modes. And then we do have just standard safety. How is the safety, by the way? Very high. Yes, that's good. And now let's make this real fast in corners as well. We do have a little bit more, not that much more. Oh, it was actually already perfect. Yep. So it goes. Let's see that click. Yeah, now we do want to have that extra 0.1 sportiness. Min-maxing it out. This is about as good as it gets. Well, too bad that the track demographic can't actually afford this car. So it's a bit wasted effort. But now it is a proper race car. 1 comfort, 91 sportiness, 653 kilograms of pure awesome. And this one is definitely going to be a bit faster than the standard supercar. How much faster? Let's see. And oh, it breaks the 2-minute marker. 1:58. That is fast. 7 seconds faster than the hypercar version. And if we wanted to make a 2-seater version as well of the faster one, that is quite a bit heavier. And let's see how it performs with that extra weight and 2 seats. It is still below 2 minutes. Oh, this is quite good, by the way, because we're not breaking the gentleman's agreement with our non-race version, so that's fine. But we can probably, or our lawyers can probably argue, make a good case for why the pure race version should not be adhering to set standards. Oh my god. That's a hefty amount of engineering, but seeing that it's very much manual labor, I do have the tooling slider to pull down. And this one is not supposed to be produced anyway. And here we have it at 60 months, just like the Ultramax. And that should be it for this. Tiny weird cars. Should we try to sell it out of that one? How many cars would that make? 70? Okay. Production price for a Super is 46.7k. So selling it for 80 is actually quite a decent margin. And same goes for the R1, but that is a slimmer margin at that point. Do I want to produce both? I mean, no. That's probably a bad idea. But what we can do is just produce this one and have it ticked on and then instantly stop it and then revise them in a facelift to make them proper cars so that they don't destroy our reputation. Whoops. This is just slightly off. Yeah, it's somewhat expensive. It's a vanity project. Wait a sec. Why is this so expensive now? Is it because of the damn engineering costs? Yeah, it must be, because those are considered here, so I need to switch them off. That should be possible. Let's see, we put that one. Yeah, that's a bit much. Switch those off. Well, that was the other one. I'm stupid. This is just tooling. So now, please, price drop. Yay! There we go. 100 million in 6 years. Oh yeah, totally worth it. Not, but we don't care, do we? Oh no, we forgot a thing. Check the WES standards. The race version does not pass WES 11. That's probably because we have not retuned the engine. Let's see. Yeah, this is just sitting at 0, so that's fine. There's nothing lost there in terms of performance, because we are just making this bunch that is not being used at all anyway, because you're always basically full throttle or none. This is just optimizing that away. And there you have it. Where's 11? Do we... Oh, and I can switch this one on. Ah, yeah, it's at the limit there. Why doesn't it update? That's weird. Updates now. Okay, there you go. Optimization level 4. Only touches stuff that we don't need anyway. It's all good. No changes in engineering, nor production. It's all fine. And now I want to check out how we're doing in the markets with these, so with our new lineup, and how it would compare. Let's see. We can go to the sales breakdown, and we do want to check out your average track premium car. And what we see is that we have 0% market share. So what are these guys selling? Ah, their muscle premium version. From 86 there. Wow. Has a really cool body. Can give it that, and very high prestige and stuff, but it's not looking that hot in terms of stats. Oh, our main competitor. Let's check these guys out. Sport Ultra 2 Frenia. The names are still not very immersive. We can take a look at the 1990s Sport MK2. This one, wow. Okay, that is pretty good. 67 drivability, 54 sportiness. Prestige decently high. Like our Electron there, you see, is not that far off. But if you check out the stats of the Muon there, in comparison, yeah, just wipes the floor with them. Sports Small. And what do you have to offer? Ah, they have a track car. A 5151. Drivability, sportiness. No comfort whatsoever. Track 90. Oh, this is a bit better. Ah, that's the MK2 version. Okay, from 96. So this is the current one. 6647. So they sacrificed a bit of sportiness there for some comfort. And it's also WES 11. In Light Sport Premium, we are now number 2 in Frenia. Let's see if we can get the top place here. They have a very strong lineup. But in Gasmea, we're way worse. Wait a sec. Light Sport Premium. Does it even exist? We're selling 0 cars there? Huh. Well, that's odd. Okay. Maybe. I think we're done here, though. No loans required. That is a very expensive vanity project. But here we go. Signing it off. Agreed. This is going to take us into the modern era, where we're sitting back, relaxing, and seeing what our little engines can accomplish. And see that score tick up. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Sporty Madness. And if you did, please smash the like button. It helps the videos. And I shall see you guys next time.